What's up, guys? This is Cromar with TGN. Welcome you back to TGN League of Legends. I actually want to show you a replay of a game that I played recently. And yes, this is a replay in spectator mode, believe it or not. If you have not caught up with it, if you go to the League Replay website, which you can find, just Google League Replay. I guess it's leaguereplays.com or whatever. But basically go there and download the latest version. And when you play a game, as long as you have the latest version, you play a game and you wait about 3 minutes for the spectator mode to download because of the whole 3-minute delay. And then you can actually watch your replay in spectator mode. It's really cool. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. We're actually able to watch this game in spectator mode, even though it's a replay. But anyway, so I'm playing Karthus. Now, I haven't actually shown a lot of Karthus. I don't think I've shown any Karthus on this channel. So this is actually kind of new for our longtime viewers. But I've been trying to kind of expand my knowledge and expand my roles. So Karthus is new to me. Mid overall is new to me. I mean, I've got a lot to learn about being aggressive and versus passive and, you know, coordinating ganks and all that. But yeah, that'll come in time. For now, I'm concentrating on the fundamentals, last hitting. Karthus with last hitting is really difficult in the very beginning. He's very unusual. He has the worst auto attack in the game. Like, I challenge you to find someone with a worse auto attack. I always thought it was Soraka until I started playing Karthus. I realized there's no way anybody has a worse auto attack than Karthus. So you're extremely reliant on lay waste. I'm going to speed this up a bit, because I don't think anything spectacular happens at the very beginning. But I'm also joined by kind of a regular friend and viewer, Drawny. We play a lot, you know, whenever he's on, and he's playing Nocturne jungle. So we decided to go with a Nocturne Karthus combo with the hopes that he'd be able to gank really effectively with it. I could wall my enemy here, Victor. That's somebody you don't see very often. I figured he could wall Victor, and he would be able to just, it would make it really easy for him to land his fear. That was the idea. We also have a Malphite for initiation. Now check out that first gank up top with Jax. Fortunately, though, there's just, you know, just too early for that. But we have a Malphite initiator in Ashe, and I thought, you know, having the double initiate, not really necessary. I'd rather have a higher damage carry, but that's okay. It turns out Ashe is pretty good, so it works out pretty well for us. And of course, we have a Soraka support who does great for the most part. Enemy team, Vayne and Alistar, classic combo, really nasty if they do it right. These guys have to be very careful because the Vayne Alistar combo, put them in the wall twice. I mean, it's really incredible. I do this combo a lot when I play with some of my friends who play Vayne, who play really, or other strong AD carries really, but Vayne especially just because of the way her Condemn works. And I play Alistar, and it's a really powerful kill lane if it's done properly. Now what's going on back up top with this fight with Malphite and Jax? This is going to be interesting and kind of weird. So we'll see that coming up in a minute. And Nocturne is just going hog wild enemy jungle. I forgot to mention the enemy jungler is a Mumu. He's not the most effective ganker in the beginning. He's okay. He's coming down because, you know, our bot lane pushed up way too far. And it was pretty, with no vision. Not a very good idea. But check out the, because of the low health, I think Ashe thought she could go for it and it just doesn't happen. That's Soraka's going to chase down as well. It's too bad. But yeah, they really, I mean, that wasn't good. You got to ward your bot lane before you push up that deep. That's too bad. But he does all right. I mean, he's not that bad. And he acquits himself pretty well in team fights anyway. But anyway, back to Karthus. My last hitting in the beginning is pretty atrocious in this game. I was missing a lot of them. I bet you I'm going to miss this one right here. Yeah. So, no, I guess I did get a couple of them. That's good. No, but seriously, though, my last hitting in this game was atrocious. Worse than average, but only in the beginning. I got better and got, you know, pretty good at farm. I mean, the thing is, once Karthus hits a point around, I would say not quite even mid-game, even a little bit before that. Oh, by the way, watch this. How does Malphite lose to Jax? How is it even possible? Like, I mean, is there more of a direct counter than Malphite and Jax? Like, Malphite's the counter pick Jax, but whatever. Anyway, what was I saying about Karthus and last hitting? Like, once you get, not even mid-game, like right before mid-game, you get enough sustain to be able to use Defile, his E, for farming, and it's absolutely incredible. So for the rest of the game, your farming is trivial. He's one of the best farmers in the game at that point. It's only the very beginning where I have trouble with my timing, because my auto attack is so bad. I have to try to time lay waste, which isn't always easy. The biggest problem with lay waste is when minions move for no reason. They'll just switch their target, even when their target's not dead. They'll switch their target and move away from your lay waste. It's so annoying, and you miss out on one that way. It's also really difficult to chain your auto attack with your lay waste, because sometimes if you click too fast, it'll cancel your animation even though the missile's already left you, and the missile will just disappear in midair. That's how bad the animation is. Like, the missile is connected to your body somehow. It's really strange. I don't understand it. But yeah, so I really shouldn't have used my E there. It drained way too much mana. It's much too early for that. My build is going to be Suicide Karthus. I'm going straight mana in the beginning and then straight AP after that point. So I'll be going Tear and Chalice. That way I don't rely on blue as much, and I can try to give Malphite blue, although Drawny was being a dick and took blue from Malphite once when I told Malphite he could have it. So I didn't have a great start. We gave up First Blood, bot, and then, oh god, Nocturne's about to get violated horribly. Caught by all three. I want to talk a little bit more about my build and whatnot and where I'm going to go with it. Now, I haven't got my first item yet, which is my Tear, but after I get the Tear and the Chalice for the mana regen, I go straight to Decap, to Death Cap, just for strict damage. So at that point, I'm complete Glass Cannon. I'm all about sustain and damage. I don't have, or not sustain, I mean, I shouldn't call it sustain, I should call it, you know, mana sustain, but health-wise, no, I'm a total Glass Cannon. I've got no spell vamp, I've got no health, so anybody can kill me, but of course that doesn't deter me because I'm Karthus. You know, death is just, you know, a way of getting your mana back. So that's what my build is based around. Basically, I go run in and do as much damage as I can before I die, and it's quite a bit of damage. I mean, especially under the right circumstances, if I go into a group and die and Malphite ults them in my Defile, that is a lot of damage. Your Defile stacks up really, really, really well with Karthus. That's why I play him as Suicide anyway. So there's Malphite getting a little revenge on Jax. That's the way it should be. Nice little combo there from him. Malphite ult is so powerful. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of whiffs from him. Just too bad. So yeah, there's my first blue. John almost stole it from me. With blue, Karthus with blue in the beginning is really, really important because you need that mana management so bad. I got my Tear, by the way. You need that mana management. You can't live without it, but once I get my Chalice, it's not quite as bad. And that way I can afford to give it to Malphite, who needs a lot more than I do, actually. Malphite's very mana intense if you're trying to spam his Tremors, and he has very poor mana. Even with Frozen Heart, it's just not enough. He still drains his mana way too quickly. He needs to have a large mana pool for his ult. If he doesn't, then he could really completely blow a team fight just because he was, you know, 50 mana short or whatever. So yeah, attempted a Mumu gank, didn't go well for him. Yeah, look at Victor coming up. Okay, this is fun. So we saw Victor coming up to go for Malphite, who got out of the way. We're like, oh, let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. It's pretty nice to be able to see this from Victor's perspective as well as he stumbles into us. I think he was anticipating one of us coming there, but it just wasn't enough because he didn't know that Nocturne was in the brush. So the wall goes down. Nocturne's does the vast majority of the damage, but I'm totally going to steal this kill. Give me that gold. I was pretty happy about that. So now I got money for my Chalice. I've got money for my my Spell Pin boots as well. So I'm gonna get those as soon as I can. But look at Jax up here in Malphite. The thing is, Malphite's actually a champion I want to learn really badly. Like, it's one of the next ones I want to learn because he's a big initiator. I love playing tanks and initiators. So he's one of the ones I want to learn. Plus, I need a better top lane. I mean, I only play Singed top currently, and Singed is late game. He's absolutely incredible. I love playing Singed. My lane presence sucks though in the beginning. Like my laning with Singed is really bad. He's very weak before you have his ult, and part of it is just I just need to learn how to play the lane better. It goes well if I'm working with a jungler that I know and we coordinate and he kind of babysits me, but that you can say that about anybody. I mean, that's easy mode. So I either need to work on figure out what I'm doing wrong with Singed or just start playing Malphite as an alternative. But yeah, anyway, so I'm coming up here for the gank on Jax. Malphite's too low though, and he totally whiffs his ult. That was really a shame. And so I'm gonna have to put everything I can into Jax. This is where the mana thing happens, I think. So you see how I'm chasing him? I had to flash for it. I thought about ulting him there, but the thing is, he can just turn around and stun me with his E if I started up. So it wasn't a very good idea. But there I am wasting all my mana on minions as well. Then down here, look at Vayne's health. If I had saved that mana, I could have got that kill on Vayne. Oh, what a shame. Look at her health. Oh, I could have got a double. Well, maybe not a double. I could have got one. Ugh. That's so frustrating. Oh well. It was my fault. I didn't conserve mana properly. So, alternate builds for Karthus, and by alternate I mean normal builds. Most people build an ROA first for endurance, so he doesn't, you know, get completely vaporized in a team fight. I just don't play him like that. I mean, that's not my style. I'm not a careful player. I'm a very aggressive player, and that Suicide Karthus fits really well with that. I mean, obviously I don't initiate. I wait for the initiate, and then once the people have kind of chosen their targets and I flash in, do as much damage as they can, and everyone switches to me, I pop my Zhonya's, which is going to be, you know, not early enough. I got it as my third item after Archangels, but I should have got it second. I need to start working into my build a little earlier. But pop the Zhonya's, and then they'll you know, turn off me again and come out of Zhonya's, then they kill me. Then I just spam my Q a couple times and then hit R. I mean, it's so effective. Or use R to initiate. R is actually a really good initiator, but the problem is that you have to have a trustworthy initiator on your team to combo with you. You don't want to just use it, not knowing if your Malphite is actually going to ult in properly or whatever. So it wasn't really an option for this game. But in other games, well, especially when I play with someone like Pure Shield, who's a really fierce initiator, really ballsy initiator, when he plays Jarvan, it doesn't matter if he's building tank or DPS, he's always just super initiator with his Polkata combo. I know if he says he's going in, I know I can ult. So when I'm playing with someone like that, definitely. At this point, I told Johnny to come help bottom, but he wanted to help top. But that's okay, it worked out for us, because back down here at bottom, they're going to put some damage on me right at the start, but now they're really boned, because I got the slowdown, and they're just totally stuck. I mean, that's how you really trap somebody. You slow them, and you just stand on top of them, wait for them to die. Victor comes in, you know, I'm just going to trade with him. That's fine, I'm perfectly happy with that. Pick him off with the ult. And then the ult also did a lot of damage to Jack, so Johnny's like, fuck it, I'm going in. Basically because of the ult's the reason why he went in. That's what he said on Skype anyway, and I picked up an assist for it. Yay! So I was actually pretty happy he didn't listen to me and went top, because I probably still would have died even if he was there to help with Victor. Or Victor may not have even come in at all. We just would have not got those 2 kills. So it was definitely worth dying. There's no question about that. That's how I roll. I think this is the part where he takes the blue, and I told him to give it to Malphite. You can't see chat again in spectator mode, but I was like, Malphite's like, can I have that? And I was like, yeah, Malphite, take it. And then Drawny was like, no, I'm going to take it. And so Malphite's like, oh, I guess I'll go B. So I'm like, well, I'm going to die, so I'm going to take Alistar with me. And then, of course, Nocturne tries to steal it, but fails, because I wanted it. I don't know what happened there. Actually, I want to watch that one more time, because I didn't see it live either. I want to see what happened with Ashe here, because Ashe picked up that kill somehow. Here she is. Okay, so she's gonna go. She's doing the damage on Victor. Victor does massive spam damage, and then okay, it's right before she flashed out. That's what happened. So right before she flashed out, she picked off Victor and got away. I thought that maybe she had damaged him enough that the minions gave her credit for the kill or something. Yeah, and there's the Ashe arrow. So this goes back to what I was thinking about the Ashe initiate, and I was like, you know, we don't really need the double initiate. And then when that arrow hit, I was like, halla freaking Luya, I love Ashe now. So Mumu overcommits to this tower, and I'm happy to you know, make him pay for that. You know, if that's what you want, I'll go ahead. I'll go get the kill. He's focused on AC. He's focused on armor, since we have Nocturne and Ashe, and Nocturne in particular is very dangerous physical damage dealer. So that's why he went armor. But it just means that I melt him so much faster than I would normally expect to melt in a Mumu, because he's not picked up, you know, any normal MR items other than Aegis, of Legion, which is pretty good. But it's not good enough. I mean, he went Tabby, right? Or no, he hasn't even got his shoots yet, so he doesn't even have the MR from Merc Treads. So that's a lot of damage. That's a big difference. Look at that fail Malphite ult. Oh my god. Johnny was ragging on his guy all game. It's kind of rubbing off on me. I didn't want to rag on him too much because he wasn't that bad, and he wasn't like trash talking, and he seemed to be enthusiastic. So I didn't want to be too mean to him. But I can't help it now watching that. Oh god, that was so close. So close. Ashe is just, I mean, Vayne is just stronger than Ashe. There's no two ways about it. It also doesn't help that Ashe could have used that ult much earlier, and it would have been much more effective in range. But you can tell that just by seeing it. So I think Amumu got a little too frisky here with his ult. His team wasn't really backing him up properly, which I can sympathize with as a player. Plays a lot of initiators. But when I went for that, you saw I just went for that ult there. I was really expecting that I could pick up Jax, but it just didn't work out. His health was too high, his defenses are too good. He has his ult up with his procs MR, but that's okay. I decided to flash in and barely survive. Let me show you that. Well, are we gonna kill him here? No, he's gonna get away. I want to show you again from my perspective here. So let me just click on Karthus here. Let me just go in with no health. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kill myself, suicide, and miraculously I live. Didn't see that happen. Didn't know that was gonna happen. But anyway, the ult I used, again, what I was talking about before about initiating. You initiate with the ult if you can count on your teammates to back you up, which I couldn't do here. Malphite's ult was down, of course, as we just saw when he wasted it. So there was just no way we could do a combo like that to kill Jax. It wasn't gonna happen. And then a Victor even escaped too. Victor escaped with no health whatsoever. I don't know how that happened, but what are they doing up here anyway? I don't even know. Whatever. I think there was actually a little trash talk here. Malphite was trash talking Soraka for some reason. Who knows? Who knows? But this is what happened. So Vayne gets a little frisky here, chasing Soraka all the way across the map, and I see that, and I'm coming up because I've rezzed from the previous fight. Flashed over the wall, and watch this. Watch this, Vayne. Watch this, Vayne. She's like, nope, nope, I don't care. I don't care. Worth it. Worth it. No, that was not a very smart move from her. I mean, overextending like that. I know I can understand the temptation. I love chasing people down and killing them, but and those are some of the most exciting plays for sure. But that was just not a good trade at all because I picked up a kill, Vayne picked up a kill, but Soraka got an assist, which is more gold for Soraka, and 2 experience for 2 people instead of experience for 1 person. So it was actually a pretty nice lead for us that we got out of that. Considering that the game is in an almost dead heat, I mean, we're essentially tied. 2 towers, you know, only 1 point, well, only 2k gold, and 2 kills. I mean, there's no real advantage right now either way. The one thing I'll say is that their Vayne is more effective in a fight, despite being slightly low on farm, than our Ashe. And this is just an easy dive. I'm going to actually, let me re-show you that, because I want to talk about what I'm thinking here on Karthus. This is basically, I'm suicide trade, because there's just no way that we're going to catch just Jax. I mean, he can escape way too easily, even with the perma-slow. There's no way we can kill him. So I just basically went in and said, fuck it, I'm just going to die in his tower, and that's going to keep Jax here, because Jax thinks, well, I can just stay back and make sure I get a kill before I die. And that's exactly how it worked. And so we got the tower and the kill for only trading 1 death, and they got 2 assists. So that's how I play Karthus. That's what you call, that's your suicide Karthus. The trades are worth it. You just keep feeding that Karthus, keep getting more and more AP, and it really stacks up. And by the way, they're actually nerfing his ult in the upcoming patch. So you know, right after I started playing Karthus, right after I started playing him, they nerfed his ult. They're actually going to increase the cooldown for all globals, not just Karthus. But anyway, wow, that's a little much there from Mumu. I guess they were expecting to get more out of this, but watch this sick juke from Nocturne. Just check that out. He uses ult to just totally, just completely juke them and run away. And I actually didn't think that he was going to get away at this point because it's so close, but Vayne gets 1 hit and then that's it. And now look how low she is. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Karthus ult! I didn't think I was going to get her. I didn't think I was going to get her. I want to watch her health again because oh, let's speed this up. Watch her health. Boom! Barely got her. Just barely got her. Yeah, Karthus, one of the things that's so fun about Karthus. I've had some moments of this character that if you're thinking about picking up an AP and you just want someone who's fun to play, Karthus is incredibly fun to play. You know, the laning phase and the last hitting is kind of frustrating for a million different reasons, but everything but that is really, really fun. I mean, picking people off like that with an ult, especially when you're not sure, the whole ticking time bomb aspect of it, I mean, it's just really epic. I really enjoy it. So it looks like they're looking at Baron, or at least they're going to do some anti-warding, but we don't want to have none of that, so we're going to chase them off. I'm itching for an encounter, though, and I'm going to last. This is actually going to be a really fun team fight coming up, so I'm going to start on the damage on these two. So Jax and Alistar are going to sit here and try to kill me with Soraka healing me, and they just don't do enough damage to kill me fast enough. I mean, you'd expect more out of Jax, right? But basically, just Jax got trolled there. Jax and Alistar got trolled. They spent all that time trying to kill, you know, poor squishy Karthus, and they couldn't do it because of Soraka. And the whole time they were standing there punching me, I'm just doing massive damage with my Defile, and they died. That's a suicide Karthus. I'll do that trade. I'll do that trade 100 times a game. That's perfect. Do that all day long. We just, not only do we get more kills, we got all the extra assists out of it. It's huge. So we had a real chance of getting Baron here, but Drawing completely wigged out. I wanted to reach through the internet and smack him for this too, because that really meant that we missed out on this Baron. But who knows? I mean, it was 4v3, but I don't know. Is Amumu's ult even up? I guess his ult is available. That might have been dangerous, but I don't think so. I think that we could have got that easily. If they had actually contested it, 4v3 fight, Malphite has his ult, so it would have been definitely in our favor if they had actually tried to contest that Baron. I think that that's what they should have done. So you can all blame Drawnu for ruining that. I blame him for everything. So new engagement coming up. Alistar comes with a flash combo on Soraka, and I'm like, see ya. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. She's not worth any gold though. I mean, the killer got 33 gold out of her, so that's fine. Doesn't matter. Amumu's getting way too aggressive here. He just doesn't have the people around to follow up. And Dronu comes in. I'm like, Dronu, go in, don't run away. Don't run away! So he finally goes back in, and that was a pretty good massacre there on Amumu. Amumu just dove way too deep with not enough health. So this got really nasty there for a minute, but I took the death as usual, and I'm going to go ahead and pop my ult and watch Victor's health. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. So that's a free kill for Malphite. You're welcome, Malphite. And then he uses his ult, catches both of them. That was actually a really good ult. I mean, that was actually good discipline holding on to the ult that long. I'm gonna think of it, but Ashe and Vayne, you know, yeah, Vayne is just so outclasses Ashe, just a joke. It's not even close. And there's the extra kill from Malphite. Little dance up there between the two tanks, and they're gonna keep chasing me. I'm just baiting like crazy. I love baiting. It's one of the reasons I play Singed, even though my lane is even worse than Karthus. But it's so fun playing a kind of a madman, suicidal character who goes in and baits all the time. And Karthus being so squishy, it's so unusual for a squishy champion to play like that. But that's how I do, totally how I do it. I play like the same way with Singed, Alistar. I mean, that's pretty much all I play. That's why I don't play AD carries. You can't play an AD carry like that. AD carries are all about positioning. Watch this sweet Nocturne Steal. Boom! Look at that. Look at that gold. Look at that gold. Sweet Nocturne Steal. So he's going to sacrifice himself. It looks like he actually blocked that ult. That was pretty slick. But this is also going to go really well for us. So you're going to overcommit to it. Vayne's positioning is a little bit off, but not that bad. And here comes me, and I'm just going to stand in this group and just mass damage. And I couldn't believe how long I lasted to be able to pick off that kill. And here comes the ult. Amumu's not quite low enough, but I do pick off Vayne. There's just no way she's going to escape. And there it goes, everybody. So I got a triple kill. I really love that. I'm going to slow this down. Watch how I come in here. I was stunned, and Jax is going to focus me. There I go. I'm dead at the exact same time as Vayne dying. This Defile is off. That actually really confused me. Here comes ult. Watch Vayne's health. Peace! Press R to win. So I'm just spamming Qs like crazy, and and that's how I picked off Alistar. So I didn't get the quadra kill because Jax lived with like 2 health, and Ashe got the last hit. Otherwise, that would have been a quadra. And I was also inches away from a penta because Amumu had almost no health when he escaped. So if I had a little bit more AP, basically if my farm was a little better, because I just bought a needlessly large rod when I died. If I had bought that before that team fight somehow, I might have penta right there. I'm not joking. I may have actually penta killed if I had that large rod. So I basically went apeshit over Skype when that happened, because Dronu actually, when he died and we started the fight, he's like, don't engage, and we engage, and he's like, well, you better get a quadra kill. So I got the triple, and I was inches away from a penta, and I was like, I try my best. What can I do? So look at that Malphite. Look at that maneuver. Let me see that again. I want to see that again. Let's go back again. Look at Amumu sticking around with no health, thinking he's safe. Massive retreat ping. Here comes Malphite. Boom! Ult. Tremor. Punch. That was pretty slick. That's not something you see every day. 2 tanks. Fight. One of them's dead, the other's at full health. You don't think of Malphite as an assassin. There you go. So it looks like we're going to decide to fight over Baron a little bit. There's another whiff. I don't know what the hell the point of that was. I mean, yeah, killing Vayne would be nice, but silly. Check out that flash ult from flash from Alistar. Watch this. This is so slick. Vayne goes through the wall. All right, check this out. Here comes the Ashe arrow, right? Ashe arrow's coming. Alistar flash. Boom! Absorbs it. Didn't matter in the end, but I actually gave him props in all chat for that, because that was pretty slick. Flashing to absorb that arrow for his Vayne. I mean, that's the kind of Alistar play that I always want to make, and never do because I'm terrible. But I really enjoyed seeing that. It's too bad it didn't work out for them because it was pretty hopeless either way. She didn't need the arrow to get the kill. Everybody else was right on top of him. She was, as Vayne was slow, she was done for, but still, bodyguarding that was pretty awesome. So I don't know what Malphite was doing here. Malphite just lost his mind and just ran off and died. And we're like, okay, Malphite, really? And I think he gave someone shit for not following up or something. I don't know what he was doing there. Oh well. I've been known to do the same thing. I play overly aggressive initiator, and I do the same thing. So I can't be too hard on him. I just get antsy, or I overestimate my tank, my tankiness. I do that a lot too, especially getting around to this point in the game where I feel invincible, and I realize I do have limits. I'm not quite invincible yet, I do that all the time. And I think, yeah, I can tank that tower. I'll go in, stun 3 of them. That'd be cool. Finally, the Baron fight. One of my favorite parts of this whole match was this Baron fight. It's pretty epic. If it's ever gonna happen. Here we go. Slow that back down to normal. So we're just kind of trolling around Baron. I'm going to go up here and ward in the tri-bush up there. No need to show that. You can just imagine it. And they're actually seeing us from this ward, and we're not destroying it. Unfortunately, we do not have the pink ward down like we did earlier. And they're going to attempt to steal here, but they're not going to get it. We have Nocturne Smite control. So there's Malphite with the ult. I managed to catch Victor and Alistar on it, which is okay. Amumu's curse is pretty good, but look at him not focus me. Look at all the damage I'm doing. Look at their health just melt away from Defile. It's pretty crazy. And there's the ult. Didn't get the other kill I was trying for, but now it's a 2v1 with Jax, Soraka, and Malphite. And Soraka, of course, ran away from her tank there, Malphite, as if she thought she can get away from Jax. I don't know what she was thinking. And it's going to turn into just a quick a 1v1, old school. Taking us back to the lane, and Malphite comes ahead, just barely ahead, and that was the purple buff. If we didn't have the purple buff, we would have lost that, because we were in a bad position. And Malphite initiated on, let's go back to this again, watch Malphite initiate on Alistar and Victor. Boom. And he actually hit Vayne too, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. But there's the Amumu ult, and Victor's got too much health, and no one's really focusing enough to make up for it. But there goes Nocturne to finish Vayne. That's going to help us a lot. And then I'm going to come in and finish off a couple people as well. But Jax is tearing it through. Jax is really what almost won in this team fight. Jax's damage. I mean, he picks up 2 clean double kills. He just straight up bursts down Nocturne and bursts me down back to back like it's nothing. And that's how we almost lost. That was Jax. Jax did really well there. Jax is so powerful, such a powerful duelist. Oh my god. It's a good thing we have a direct counter for him in this game. Otherwise, we may have had trouble. We may have had a lot of trouble, but Frozen Heart and Randuin's is a great combo to counter him. And Malphite, of course, is just built for it. So Amumu goes chasing after Nocturne. Ash right in the bush. What a bait. What a bait, Drolnu. Good job. That was a hell of a bait. And Ash picks up kill. Look at that ult by Amumu. That's such a perfect ult from him too. It's kind of a shame that his team couldn't follow up with it. And that was also a great job, Malphite jumping on Vayne. Malphite and Nocturne just go straight on Vayne, and there's just nothing you can do. Ash is able to just fire away freely. That's the game right there. So because this is the game-winning play, yeah, they're just done. They're done. Triple. Good job. We're gonna watch that again. We're gonna watch this again. So let's watch it initiate by Amumu. Yeah, as a Amumu player, it pains me to see a Amumu player nail this and then the team does nothing to make up for it. There's a grab. It's 5 people. I don't like Amumu's build here. He's building pure tank. He doesn't have any AP. He doesn't have Rylai's. That's not a good build. So that's part of the reason why his damage is so bad. Jax jumps in. Let's keep it slow. Watch Vayne. Vayne gets super aggressive, going straight for the right target, which is Ash. But she gets interrupted by, of course, Malphite and Nocturne. Malphite and Nocturne, look at him butcher Vayne. The thing about Vayne is that I said that Ash is the right target, and that's generally true. But the thing is about playing AD carry is that positioning is more important than anything. Positioning is even more important than your target. You take a suboptimal target if you have to. Going in that deep on Ash was a mistake, but I have to admit though, with both Nocturne and Malphite, I mean, what can you do about it? What can you do? I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. Those two are going to get to you. And you're going to get chained. You're going to get ulted and feared. So this Nocturne Malphite combo is really powerful for focusing AD carries. And since Nocturne was able to stay alive with no Vayne damage, he's able to kill Jax really, really easily. And then the rest is just clean up. So speed it up. So that's the game. I wanted to show you my Karthus, talk a little bit about some of my thinking, my play style, talk about my mistakes, things I did well, and make fun of Malphite a little bit unjustly. Make fun of Drolnu justly, because I love making fun of Drolnu. That's always fun. I thought the game was really exciting. It was a lot of back and forth. Look at the kill totals, 44 and 38. It's always nice when your team has as many kills as there are minutes. It's always enjoyable. And of course, I kill myself at the end, as I always do. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.